Pay to win has been a thing in many games nowadays, but sadly they aren't really going away, and that's where I want to start off today's video. Lineage 2, it was a hit when it launched in South Korea back in 2003, and according to Wikipedia, it has amassed over 1 million unique players worldwide during March of 2007. I couldn't find the total amount of players for the whole period from the day it launched to today, but I would guess about 10 million players total. The Lineage community might be pretty small compared to World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV, but it definitely still has a pretty big community of people taking care of the old versions and newer players still coming to the game. Now, before we start with private servers, I would like to mention the new versions that have been released, and I will try not to take too much time in the video. In my knowledge, it's pretty pay to win, and it goes away from the original so far that the older players just can't stand and watch their favorite game be changed so much. That just doesn't make sense. It's not about that they're butthurt about the idea of change, but of how it was done. And many games under NCSoft have fallen down just like Lineage 2. And the biggest gripe that I have, and many players probably can relate to the attempt of NCSoft trying to recreate the classic Lineage, it's pretty awful. Why would I say that? Well, let me tell you, they have implemented auto-healing, auto-farming, and many more things that are just not the things that should be in the PC versions at all, let alone its so-called classic recreation. For mobile games, I guess that can slide, but this is just quite sad, not gonna lie. Okay, now that you know a little bit about what NCSoft did to the game, now we can just jump to the private servers. In my time that I've played on many different servers, I have seen at least half of them have a skin type shop, and I'm completely fine with that. But when there is coins that you can just buy and trade with the players, that's when the problems arise, because you quite literally can just trade your coins away for Adena, gear, weapons, and so many more things. That is what just usually drives me away from them. But recently I have noticed servers adding the same features like auto farming, healing, and etc. Probably the most egregious are the servers that have literal packs or shops right on their website, where you can buy packs of gear and many other items. But thankfully I haven't seen much of them, and I'll try to find an example for you, but it's quite rare, so if you don't see it now, then I just probably haven't found it. Now another thing I would like to mention, which is your ability to connect multiple accounts at the same time or having multiple instances. Most servers have a max of 1 to 2 free instances, and if you want to have more, you have to pay up. And in my opinion, you should either keep it to 1 to 2, because once you have them available in the shops, it's a problem. Why? Well, the other clan can have a huge advantage, or players just because they paid cash and they could level up multiple characters at the same time, and or even enable single person clans, so to speak, but I haven't seen much of them. Anyways, let's move on to the positives. Well, the most obvious is that they're keeping the older versions of the game alive for the veteran players and newer players that do not enjoy the latest updated game. The second is that there's a lot to choose from. If you find a server that you do not like, for example, drop rates or how they're trying to fund the server, or if it's far into the wipe and there's no way of catching up. And honestly, I'm happy that they exist, because they give an opportunity for everyone to experience at least most of what it was when the game was at its peak. And here I am going to end the video. I just wanted to let you know some problems that may arise when in your search of that private server you're looking for, and I hope that you find it or at least enjoy the video. I would appreciate your support, and you know the drill. If you don't agree with me on some points in this video, please let's have a discussion in the comments, but please keep it civil. It was me, Matthew Mantas, and I hope to see you later, and have a great and awesome day. Peace.